I said, really?
Really?
All right, I'm gonna line you up now. Mr. President, right here. Our guest speaker, our board.
Gotta do it.
Yes, board chair. All right. Senior leadership team, thank you guys for coming. And then my sister, my sister, my mom, and my mom, I told him I was going to do this one. You're good. All right.
It's full. We have people standing over there.
Oh, okay. Nobody's like, oh, we have someone with a kid. Nobody's saying or anything. Let me see if I can find a seat for the
I'm based in Charlotte. Everything going on. Virginia. Yeah, that's I'm not surprised. Mr. Creighton, yeah, he's never there. He's a good guy. Yeah, somebody needs to speak to a lot about it. Yeah, I think that's why they hired him. We all got bigger than really. Oh yeah. I gotta get this one. HR can't play. All right. He'll do but I suppose I do get off my hands. You're gonna wait talk to him. I have you. I'm not sure if you make sure they somebody in the office.
I want to tell you, you did a good job of taking pictures.
As soon as it opens. All the graduates are there, then you can tell the graduates. So as soon as all the graduates are in, you can tell them this.
You can be seated. There are some chairs here for those who would like to sit down in the second row here. If anyone would like to have a seat, we have a list. There's a great crowd here. Good evening. My name is Albert Lassiter. I'm serving as president here at Randolph Community College, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to 2023 College and Career Readiness graduation. It's so good to see so many people here. The next time we'll have it at a larger venue. But it is good to see so many family and friends here to support our graduates tonight. And congratulations, graduates. You've made it. You've made it. You've made it. I want to take just a minute to introduce some people to you before we get started with our program, or as we get started with our program. I want to introduce, we have several members of our Board of Trustees here, and our trustees, that's the group that governs our college, and they meet regularly to ensure that the things are going as cool as it is right here to see y'all graduate. Things are going in that direction. So if you would stand, remain standing as I introduce you, our chairman, Mr. Max Sherrill, our vice chair, Reynolds List, Dr. Cindy Schroeder, James Gowdy. We thank you for your service. And I'd like to introduce our senior leadership team here, and they play a significant role in ensuring that things run smoothly here as well, and I greatly appreciate their support this year. Vice President Suzanne Lormore, Vice President Shelley Green, and Vice President Chad Williams. All of our college and career readiness staff, if you're here, you're part of the college career readiness staff, if you would stand, please. While you're standing, thank you, instructors. You see them, we're all over. They're waving at me. Let's all say, hey, Jordan.
Hey, Jordan.
Jordan Williams is not with us. She's home caring for a newborn. Thank y'all for standing. I appreciate that. So, family and friends, it's good to see so many of you here. The support that you've obviously given to your family and members here is a crucial part, a critical part of them reaching this significant milestone, and we thank you for that. I'm going to use the word uncommon. You took a non-traditional route to get to your high school diploma here tonight. And one of my favorite authors and speakers is Tony Dungy, and in every book that he writes, nearly every book, he uses the word uncommon in that book. It's either uncommon quietness, uncommon valor, uncommon life, uncommon. I had an opportunity to hear him speak once, and he talked about what he looked for and how he could tell an athlete or a coach was going to be good or great. And the trait he looked for most is something uncommon, an uncommonness about that. So you took an uncommon route to get to this point, and there's greatness in uncommonness. I want you to continue with your uncommonness, and hopefully in 2 years from now, I'll see all of y'all crossing the stage getting your associate degree from Randolph Community College.
That's right.
Or 6 months from now, I'm handing you a nursing assistant certification or welding certification. You've proven that you can do and get to this point, and some of the greatest leaders and people that have made the most significant impact on our world took an uncommon step to get to where they are. They didn't take that traditional route. So uncommonness is a really cool thing, and I want you to remember that. I have an opportunity to introduce our speaker tonight, and our speaker tonight is Kevin Franklin. And Kevin is the president of Randolph Economic Development Corporation. He's a graduate of Bob Jones University, and he has way too numerous of certifications, state and national economic development certifications for me to mention. But he's been instrumental, and over the years, I've known Kevin for 20 plus years now, not only recruiting the large Toyotas and corporations of companies to our area, but small companies. But the thing that stands out to me about Kevin is the companies that are here, he's always knocking on my door, looking for training opportunities, grants, and funding. What can we do for the small companies that are already here supporting so many of our Randolph County citizens? So he's a man of integrity, and I'm happy to call him a friend. Kevin Franklin.
you, Albert. It is really an honor for me to be here this evening. A great crowd, great group of graduates here this evening as well. And I want to start just by telling you a story. I'm going to tell you a little story about a lady named Norva Hula. Norva Hula was born on October the 5th of 1909 in the suburbs of Chicago. Her great-grandparents were immigrants to this country from Eastern Europe, and Norva was actually born to a teenage mother and raised by her grandparents. Times were tough in the early 1920s, and as a result of that, Norva ended up dropping out of school so that she could go to work to help support the family. The education that was really very important to her slipped through her grasp. She just couldn't do it because of life's circumstances. In 1931, at the height of the Great Depression, Norva got married to a guy named Loren Byerly. They made a life for themselves. Loren had a good job. They had a family. But life continued to get in the way of Norva's goal of completing her high school equivalency and getting that high school diploma. While they're living the American dream, Norva is still looking for an opportunity to get that high school diploma. Their children grew up. Loren retired. They traveled, and she still was looking for that opportunity. And in her 70s, Norva said, I'm going to set aside all the obstacles that have gotten in the way, and I'm going to get that high school diploma. And she did in her early 70s. And I got to tell you that when Albert sent me a text and said, hey, would you be willing to come and speak to this group on this occasion, that story popped into my mind because Norva was my grandmother, right? So what you all have accomplished here tonight is really near and dear to me because I know what my grandmother went through. I know the obstacles that she faced. I know the desire and the drive that she had to complete that high school diploma. And I know just how proud she was when she completed that task and got that piece of paper. And it's just a piece of paper, right? Wrong. Wrong. That is a piece of paper that signifies hours of time and effort and accomplishment. And that was super important to her, and I know that's very important to you here this evening. So I am sure that you are just as proud and just as excited for your achievement this evening as my grandmother was so many years ago. And I don't know what your stories are. Just going to speak to you graduates here this evening. I don't know what your stories are. Some of you, like my grandmother, may have just had that passion. You just wanted to complete that task and reach that goal. Albert mentioned that you've taken an uncommon route to this point. So some of you may have struggled in that traditional school setting for whatever reason. Some of you are looking at job opportunities that aren't available to you until you have that high school diploma. But whatever the reason, you did not get to this point by accident, right? You made a conscious decision that this was something that you wanted to do and that you were going to make happen. You made that decision. And that's a really important step, making that first decision, but that's not all it takes to get where you've gotten here this evening. So what was the next step? I would say there's probably several next steps. The first thing you did probably after you made that decision was you started planning. How am I going to make this happen? It's not enough to say I want to. You got to say, how am I going to make that happen? And you probably had to ask some hard questions of yourselves, right? Maybe that question was, how am I possibly going to fit this into my schedule with everything that I've got going on? Maybe the question was, how am I going to get to class? Maybe I don't have a very reliable piece of transportation. Maybe my car's broken down. Maybe you didn't have a great internet connection at home. I don't know what it was, but you had questions to ask and you had things that had to be done in order to get to this point where you can actually make it happen. So as you started putting that plan together, probably the next thing that started happening is we started looking at the partners that were going to be required in order to make this happen. I see there's a great room full of folks here today that are here to support you, and I suspect that they supported you all along the way. Personally, I have a high school senior who's graduating on Saturday. And I know that my wife deserves a diploma just as much as my son does for all the support that she gave him through all of these years. And so all of you that are sitting in this audience here today, supporting these, behind these young people, you all are just as deserving of this diploma that they're going to walk across the stage and grab here very soon as they are. So that partnership is really, really important. You know, we hear people say, it's the American way to just pull yourself up by your bootstraps and just do it yourself. And you know what? I think that's a big fat lie, right? I really do think that's a big fat lie. The reality is that it's really incredibly rare for anyone to do anything of significance all by themselves. Back as early as the early 1620s, several centuries ago, a guy by the name of John Donne penned these words, "No man is an island." We all rely on everybody else. Today, in today's parlance, we say, it takes a village. And indeed, it does take a village. And that phrase may seem a little overused, and it may seem trite, but in fact, it's very true, and it's quite the opposite of bootstrapping. So I want you to think about who your partners were along this journey that helped to get you to this point. Probably some parents, probably some siblings, probably some colleagues, probably some employers, lots of people that helped get you to this point. And they're sitting here today. They're people that believed in you when you stopped believing in yourself. They're people who pushed you when you probably didn't want to get pushed. They're people who prayed over you to help you to get to this point. Maybe there's somebody that gave you a literal kick in the seat of the pants and said, "You are not going to quit." "Oh no, I don't think so." Right? All of these people played a very important part in the success that you are receiving today. Finally, you had to persevere. A great plan and great partners alone didn't get you here tonight on this path to success. You had to stick it out. You had to stick with it. And probably it wasn't very easy. Real simple stuff, right? No, it wasn't. It was not easy at all. Here's how historian and politician Newt Gingrich defines perseverance. And I apologize if you're not a Newt Gingrich fan, but this is a great quote. Okay? He says, "Perseverance is the hard work you do after you get tired of doing the hard work you already did." And I think you probably all experienced that along this journey. Doing hard work and then doing some more hard work on top of the hard work that you already did in order to get here tonight. Maybe some of you were wondering if it ever would get done, but you kept at it until it was done. So it's likely that you are here tonight because you faced some obstacle or perhaps a number of obstacles that prevented you from following that traditional path to high school completion. Anybody here just love the obstacles when they drop out of the sky in front of you? I don't, and I suspect that you don't either. But let me tell you this, when we face those obstacles, we really get to find out what we're made of. So is that obstacle going to prevent us from moving forward? Or are we going to find a way over that obstacle or around that obstacle or through that obstacle to get where we want to be so that we can realize success? And again, no one that has ultimately reached anything close to success has done so without overcoming adversity. So congratulations to you all tonight for overcoming adversity and being here in these seats for this recognition. In 2014, author Ryan Holiday published a book and he called it "The Obstacle is the Way, the Timeless Art of Turning Trials into Triumphs." And here's a brief quote from what he said: "In life, it doesn't matter what happens to you or where you came from. It matters what you do with what happens and what you've been given." And you probably know this all too well. The fact is that you're here tonight likely means that you're living this out. Let me just put it this way. You may have been given a pile of lemons, but over the course of this time, you squeeze those lemons out, you added a little bit of water and some sugar, and tonight you're drinking lemonade out of those lemons that were the obstacles, and so congratulations for that. I've mentioned success a couple of times when we talk about that briefly. Dictionary.com defines success as the accomplishment of one's goals, and so in this way, tonight you are a success. You have accomplished a big goal, and you're going to receive a piece of paper tonight as a testimony of that hard work and of that success. But remember that success is not a one and done, right? Because you've achieved success tonight doesn't mean that there's no more success to achieve or to be claimed, because success is really a journey, and that journey has lots and lots of steps on success on the way. And that journey can be hard, and it can be frustrating, and it requires perseverance. But tonight you're reaping the reward of a success. And success breeds success. So tonight, this success is a stepping stone. View it as a stepping stone to the next success, and the next success, and the next success that's coming after that, and so on, and so on. And again, let's not forget that success is to be celebrated with others. So remember all of those that are here that helped to get you to this point of success and play a big role in that. So regardless, or maybe perhaps in spite of your age or your race or your gender or your income or whatever, language barrier, whatever that obstacle may have stood in your way, just look at what you have accomplished. There is limitless potential in this room, and I am really optimistic. And I'm not blindly optimistic because I just believe stuff gets better. I'm optimistic tonight because I know that you have gone through to get to this point. And because of that, I'm optimistic that there is more success on the horizon for you. One of my favorite authors is a guy by the name of Theodore Geisel. We better know Theodore Geisel by his pen name, Dr. Seuss. We all know Dr. Seuss, right? One of my favorite authors. I can almost quote The Grinch That Stole Christmas, but I will spare you that this evening. All right? He wrote lots of children's books that had lots of great, big adult messages in them. And so I'd like to close by just reading the opening lines from Dr. Seuss's book, Oh, the Places You'll Go. He says, "Congratulations. Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. Congratulations today for what you have accomplished. Congratulations for the success that you have achieved. And congratulations for the success that is yet to come in your lives." Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for that very well speech, sir. I'm sure we all greatly appreciate it. Okay. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kendra. I completed the adult high school program in 3 days with the help of an amazing staffing team and my family with their support. Okay, I'm nervous. I'm so sorry. Goodness.
You're free.
Woo woo!
Oh, God. Oh, you know what, I'm crying, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay. I have 4 beautiful, amazing kids in the audience tonight with me. I have my beautiful mother and father, my other mother, my brother, my husband, my sister, my brother, Big Rob, his wife, Noonie. I really appreciate everybody, but I'm so sorry. It's an honor to be here tonight for all of us. I have a past, I have a story. I was supposed to graduate in 2006. Unfortunately, that got taken away from me, from a guy who had a past with my father. he did not like it. So he made my life crap. He took 5 credits from me. Within those 20 years, I put it off, and then I had 4 kids. So when do I have the time to go to school, right? Look, having 4 kids, you know, sometimes you deal with depression. Sometimes you deal with doors that you run into. Sometimes you hit a wall, sometimes you don't. But then you make the best of every day. So I signed up for class in December. I got COVID, then I got pneumonia, then I got flu. So I didn't start class until April. Easter week. And I said, okay, I got 3 days to get these classes done. What can I do? He said, well, you're going to be here with me all day, Mr. Richard. I said, I'm going to be here with you all day then. You got some snacks. He gave me some Doritos and a body armor, and I drove that. But within those 3 days, I was able to meet some amusing classmates. Some of them I helped. Some of them listened, because I see a few of them in the audience tonight. Some of them, unfortunately, I don't see their face, but it's okay. Tonight might not be their night, but it's another program and a graduation coming up in December. But I want to say I'm grateful to stand up here in front of all you guys tonight, because no matter what life throws us, no matter how hard it got, we all are here tonight. Even our support team and even ourselves. No matter, I hear I didn't want to show up, but you showed up. And she's going to walk across the stage and get something that most people cannot accomplish. Now, since it's been 20 years almost later, I hear from an amazing Miss Emma. I went to her and I told her my story. I said, Miss Emma, I applied for a job for the state. I opened up because the job recommended I have a high school diploma. I assumed I had one. I opened up my transcript. No, I did not have one. She said, don't worry about it. I got you. I just need you to get you. I need you to have yourself too. I'm like, oh Lord, I ain't got myself, I got 4 kids. I ain't got myself. But she's like, I got you. I'm like, okay. When I got sick, depression sets in, right? When depression sets in, what happens? You want to stay in your room, you don't want to leave out, you don't want to do anything. You don't want to be proactive. You don't want to go out and enjoy life. You feel like the walls is closing in sometimes, correct? But the walls is not closing in anymore. We now have the option to take a step further. As he said, we took the uncommon way to get here, but the uncommon way is going to open up so many more doors for us after tonight. So sorry, y'all. I wrote a speech. I haven't written that one part of it. He's a great man. I'm so sorry. But again, I see you crying. Am I allowed to ask her to stand? Do you mind standing? This nice young lady was in class with me, and she has her own stories and her own trials. But tonight she has been very strong, very loving, and she's here. And I shared my story with her. I shared how I've been molested. I shared with her how I've been raped. I shared with her how I've been beat. I shared with her when I had nobody. I shared with her when I was homeless. And she could relate. And she's still here. She didn't think it was going to be possible, and I told her it was. So could everybody give her a round of applause? But I really just want to say thank you guys for coming out tonight to show everyone here love and support. And if y'all don't mind, giving the whole class of 2023 a round of applause tonight.
Starting out thanking God for all the lessons, experience, and love that brought me here to this place tonight.
want to thank my family and friends for all the encouragement that they've given me. I want to thank the helpful staff here at RCC College and Career Readiness for pointing me in the right direction. At almost 53 years old, I'm here graduating high school with multiple opportunities stretched out before me. I've dreamed of this day for decades. The path that brought me here wasn't an easy one either. I quit high school at 16. I started working a factory job and had my first child and married early. All of my adulthood was spent working hard physically. Helped make a living for my family, bought a house at 26, and lived modestly. My dreams of having a career, something I could be passionate about and enjoy, well, at that time, that's all it was a dream. Why? Because I didn't complete high school. I couldn't advance in any way because I didn't have the diploma I needed for advancement. And personally, I was stagnant. I was bored. I was unfulfilled. I was a high school dropout. Not only that, but I was being told that I couldn't do it by someone very important in my life. That the only thing I could do was grind in a physical job, and that's what my future held. And I accepted it for a long time while the years went by. In 2012, my mom was 79 years old and developed Alzheimer's and breast cancer. While working full-time, I devoted my spare time to taking care of her. She fought and eventually won the battle with cancer, but the terrible brain disease took her away in 2016. Being her caretaker was the hardest task I have ever taken on. But taking care of her changed me. And I got closer to my Lord and Savior at the same time. With the passing of my mother came a gift that I was not expecting. I was given the gift of confidence in myself, belief in myself, and pride in who I was becoming. With the arrival of 2020, I'd been divorced for a couple of years, living on my own for the first time in my life, and managing a couple of rentals and working in construction. I was a drywall finisher for a major manufacturing company. At the end of that year, I met my current and future life partner, Matt, and he encouraged me to be all I could be. I was still working in construction, but once again, dreaming of a fulfilling career. A year later, I was diagnosed with throat cancer. I had surgery to remove it and spent the next year relearning how to eat, talk, and swallow again. 6 months after my cancer diagnosis, my employer terminated my employment because I was unable to work just yet. I found myself unemployed and unable to work. I came to the stark realization that I wouldn't be able to continue to work as physically hard as I had for my whole life. So I turned my attention to learning, and that's where I find myself today. Now I've completed my first goal of finishing high school, and that dream of a career I love is in reach. I'll be taking some computer classes this summer and starting work towards a degree in the fall. But now when I look ahead, I see doors opening, I see a rewarding career and a bright future of helping others achieve their goals. But most importantly, I want my family to see what I'm doing and that it encourages them to go after their dreams. I want my grandchild to know that she can be exactly what she wants to be when she grows up. I want them all to know that they can achieve their goals of a rewarding career. If I could give you a bit of advice, it would be this. Love yourselves. Never give up on yourselves. Never let anyone convince you that your goals are unreachable. If someone tells you that you cannot do it, they are not your people. Pay attention to the people who encourage your growth. Take control of your own life, study and work on your life's path that is uniquely yours. And always, always believe in yourself. I want to thank my fellow graduates for sharing this day with me. Thanks, y'all. Good evening. My name is Emma Lambert, lead instructor of the College and Career Readiness Program. I'm standing in for Jordan Williams, the director. I have been given the distinct honor to present the candidates for graduation. Mr. Board of Trustees, Chair, and Mr. President, it is my pleasure to say the faculty of Randolph Community College College and Career Readiness Program has found the graduation candidates named have completed all courses and have met all requirements for the diploma each is seeking. Graduates, please rise. Desmond Basin. Roger Bellerin Jr. Candace Blackman. Hunter Burton. Katie Bird. Emilion Janine Cheek. Nandi Ely. Christina Gasparone. Daniela Gasparone. Christopher Haggard. Wyatt Lee Hendricks. Robert Johnson. Caitlin Lee. Alyssa Hayes Lucas. Kendra Medin. Elise Knopf. Ryan Owens. Joseph Healer. Shannon Ross. Philip Simmons. Axel Sosa Cooper William Swan. Obi Taylor. Devin Best. Courtney Williams.
behalf of the Board of Trustees, I now declare you graduates of Randolph Community College. Congratulations and best wishes on all your future endeavors. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. It is an honor to be here tonight with all of you to celebrate our 2023 high school equivalency and adult high school diploma graduates. My name is Shanika Jones, and I am standing on tonight on behalf of Jordan Williamson, the Director of College and Career Readiness. I am standing as a representative tonight for Jordan, the staff, and the faculty, and our instructors, and all of Randolph Community College. We are proud of all of you and your dedication and your achievements and your accomplishments. And we understand the tremendous amount of work and dedication it takes to get here, to walk across this stage tonight. Before we end the ceremony, I would like to say thank you to some very special individuals and share some last words of encouragement. Thank you to RCC's president, Albert Lassiter, who endlessly supports our students and all of our programs in college and career readiness, which, in addition to high school equivalency and adult high school diploma programs, includes the ABLE program and the ESOL program. Thank you to Mr. Sherrill and the Board of Trustees, senior leadership team, and the RCC Foundation for always supporting our students. They attend many of our events throughout the year and provide our students with scholarships so that our graduates may continue their education here at RCC. Thank you to the college and career readiness staff and instructors who go above and beyond. It is really incredible to watch the impact that they have on our students. From the easygoing instructor to the stern, tough love instructor, they all have been here with you through this whole process. They have been here through the ups and downs, with encouraging words, celebrating your achievements, helping you to set educational goals and reaching them. That's what we do here, and that's who we are. It's hard to explain to those that are from the outside looking in. Our team is always encouraging our students to dream big, and as a department, we believe in always putting our students first in everything that we do. And of course, we want to say thank you to our students. All the students in college and career readiness, we truly appreciate you, and you are the reason we do what we do. It is you all. This is such a unique graduate group here tonight. And what I mean by that is you all have set goals and you're eager to achieve them. You're focus driven and you're focused on what's next for you. I had some family members walk across this stage. My mother walked across this stage. My grandmother walked across this stage. I had cousins walk across this stage. And in fact, on tonight, I have family who have walked across this stage. I am incredibly proud of each and every one of you. Every one of you. You have done your work to get here tonight. You have finished this course, but tonight is another starting point for you. This evening marks another starting point. You have reached the next level, and it's game time again. When talking with some of you I've learned that some are interested in furthering their education, getting that 2-year degree. Some are interested in going into the workforce, getting certified to do in different areas of the workforce. Whatever your next level may be. The truth is, there's no roadmap. It's not always going to be easy, but it is possible. I encourage you possible. I encourage you tonight to keep going. Don't stop here. There's much more that you can reach for. There's much more that you can achieve. You have the strength and the power to overcome difficult times and challenges in your life. We've provided you with the tools and resources here at RCC, and we believe in you. You believe in yourself. You are ready and able to do beautiful things in life. Should you decide to continue your education here with us, we will be here to assist you all the way. When you walk out those doors this evening, you will have 2 choices: to live in love or live in fear. I encourage you tonight to walk out of those doors and live in love. Do not let fear rob you of what you dream for. You can do it. You've already proven that you can. Congratulations, graduates. I'm so proud. So in closing, I want to thank all of the family, the friends, the support teams that are here tonight to celebrate with your family members, with your daughter, with your son, with your cousin. We thank you for being here and supporting them. There's a tremendous amount of love in this room. We offer final congratulations to our graduates. Thank you. Graduates, please rise.
Sure.